Hey, Dave Fannin here with the Body Form Personal Training Fitness Boot Camps. Day 2 of Transformation Tips. Classic question: how long will it take realistically for me to get miraculous results? And the classic answer is it depends, because a lot of it doesn't depend so much on the exercise or the nutrition, but where you're at in your training history. How long have you been doing it? And what the specific goal is. And generally when most people come to me and they're looking to lose 20, 30, 50 pounds, let's say, and you haven't worked out forever, or you're getting back in, and you can't stay consistent, and you've never been able to stay consistent in the gym or staying with any type of exercise program, I say always start out by giving it a year. And seems so long. But if you quit, it'll take even longer, because that's what you have to wrap your head around. Is anything when you're establishing a habit of showing up, it's going to take about a year, maybe 2 years to establish that habit pretty well. And that's what you want to look at. So when you're looking at people that want to lose like 20 to 30 pounds, it'll take about 6 months to a year for the weight to come off, but a year to establish that habit, because exercise is most beneficial when it's done for long periods of time, over years and 5 years and 10 years. There's, like with a drug, you have diminishing returns, but with the drug of exercise, the benefits start compounding. You get into better shape, you feel better, you have more to pull from. So generally, if you've not been working out and you're coming in and it's January and you're ready to make a change, how long should I wrap my head around doing what I'm doing right now? Give it a year. And if it's not quite working out for you in a year, then you can try something else. But if it is working for you that year, give it another year too, because it takes about 2 years to really establish that exercise and showing up habit. And the best thing is when you're deconditioned, you haven't been training, or you've never trained, all kinds of benefits. You're going to get fast results because your body's never been through this. But you got to give it about a year, because that helps you mentally. You learn how to train through the holidays, through job changes, through the summer, kids are out of school, travel, business travel, all of it. All these things that people will go, well, I'm going to be out of town for 3 days in March. Well, everybody travels. You're always going to travel. You're always going to have sick kids. Your car's always going to break down. You're going to have financial problems. Your job's going to change. So you have to learn, with the coach and support, how to train through that. That's the deal. The longer you've been training, the less time it takes to figure out if something's working for you. Your first year to 2 years, you're laying down a foundation. From year 2 to 3, let's say you've been lifting weights and doing some cardio and running, or lifting weights and working with a coach. At about year 3, you can say, you know what? I'd like to try cardio. I'd like to try yoga for a few weeks, maybe a month, just focus. And then you can kind of know if it's going to work for you. And at about year 5 that you've been exercising, you'll know if something's working for you within about a month. And just for example, I've always pretty much ate well, but I heard some great things about intermittent fasting. And I like to test things before I ask other people to try it too. And I thought, I better experience this. So I did intermittent fasting, where I stopped eating at 8 p.m. and didn't eat again till lunchtime the next day. And I felt like total dog shit every day for 30 days. It didn't work for me, but I knew I had to test it. Generally, everything else works for me, but for whatever reason, this one thing didn't work for me. And what my hypothesis is most people that do it were eating pretty bad when they began, and then by not eating and then cleaning up their diet, they tend to get better results. Everybody has different experiences, but the longer you've been trained, the shorter your testing period has to be. But if it's your first month, or you're coming back into the gym because you can't stay consistent, give it a year. Give it a year to focus in on establishing this habit, and you'll feel better. You'll be healthier. You'll weigh less. You'll look better. You'll feel better. All kinds of benefits, and all the disease and injury prevention will come with that. And the variables tend to be, and I want to make sure to cover this, is that men get faster results than women. I just had a gentleman in his early 20s drop 100 pounds in around 8 months, just recently this year. Whereas Janet Powers, who came to me as a New Year's resolution a few years ago, it took her in her 50s about a year to lose 80 pounds, and that's focused in, working hard, doing everything right, which, is 80% right. For people, that's pretty much everything right, 80% of the time. And that's the difference is, are you a younger guy, you'll get fast results. Guys just tend to get fast results. And women, as you go 30s, you start running into some problems with nutrition. 40s, you'll have menopause. 50s, menopause. That perfect storm of having to take care of other parents. So it takes a little bit longer. And the higher your body fat is on day one, a little bit longer to start seeing results, because we kind of have to change that momentum. And those are the things that I've seen over time is gender and age will affect, and you should know that, and it's a very real thing. So don't compare yourself to a 21-year-old guy doing P90X, because it's not you. You focus on you. You're showing up 3 times a week, that's a win. Focus in on the behaviors. But realistically, I always tell people, especially because I work with so many beginners and intermediate, is give it a year. From this day to January 1, 2020, focus in on getting into the gym 3 times per week. 30 minutes is all you need. Focus on showing up, and that will solve 80% of your exercise and nutrition programs simply by you showing up 3 days a week consistently, no matter what. Remember those 4 rules of exercise, and we'll share those later and in below. But that's the key, 1 year. Anything you're testing out, give it a year. See how it goes. If it doesn't work out, that's okay, but you will learn a lot in that 1 year. And I hope this helps you with this Body Transformation Week where everybody's making these big changes. Yesterday was getting rid of the garbage. Today is focus in on, it's gonna take a year, 1 year. And like I said, it's too long. Well, if you quit, it's gonna take you even longer. You'll be in even worse shape next time we try this. So give it 1 year and you're gonna see all kinds of benefits. I'm Dave Fannin with the Body Firm Personal Training Fitness Boot Camps. Hope you guys have a great day.